You know, the story of Little Red Riding Hood would have been a lot shorter if she armed herself with a side-by-side double-barrel shotgun loaded with 410-bore shells. Just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. There's something I need to do. Okay, there we go. Yeah, your boy learned a few tricks, be proud of me. Ladies and gentlemen, days and damn people who identify themselves as a Jabberwock.
I am in so much pain.
There was something on my mind. Something that I think every single human has at least thought of once in their lives. Especially the humans in the 21st century, as information of the past is very accessible through books and the internet. Stories of amazing heroes, cautionary folktale lore, and historical battles, all of which have a similar theme to this very question. What if Blank had a gun? What if Siegfried had a gun? What if Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk armed himself with his Glock 19? What if Spartans were strapped? We have all asked this question at least once, especially with the advancement of human technology and mechanics. The reason for this? Well, I came with a GIF, a manga that the author definitely asked this question when making this. Hey, what if we give Little Red Riding Hood a gun? The Hunters Guild Red Hood is a manga where we follow one of our protagonists. What the fuck? How the fuck do you pronounce what?
Velo.
Velo, a young dude who wishes to protect his village from the terror of the werewolves. No, not those guys, the more menacing ones. Yeah, there they are. These werewolves are eating people and causing a ruckus inside of the village. The mayor, who is also Velo's foster father, I believe, would explain to the other villagers that he is hiring a hunter to get rid of this werewolf. The villagers, knowing that hunters ask for too much money to do their jobs of literally risking their lives to protect others, started complaining about it. With that settled, we get introduced to our second protagonist of the series. This little fucking gremlin named Grim. She is the hunter who's came to take down the werewolves of the village. For a price, of course. Ah yes, capitalism. There's a bit something more going on with this character, but I'll save that for a little bit later. So, Grim and Velo would head towards the location where the werewolves were last seen. They figured it out through understanding that shape-shifting werewolves would often act as natural as they can. Did I mention that they could shapeshift? Yeah, they could shapeshift. Anyway, hey look, there it is. Oh my god, what is that? Holy shit. Nah, I want my sexy werewolves back. Nah, the nigga has two lower jaws. Blood not only could look through the past and the future at the same time, but he could look like he could eat the past and future at the same time. I will admit, I did shiver my timbers when looking at this panel. Though I will be honest, the design of the werewolves is a bit goofy, though in an unsettling way. A goofy where I wouldn't want to see it at the edge of my bed at night type of goofy. But this person was not the only one who transformed, as Grim was not a hobgoblin at all, but she was actually a god damn. She was actually an adult with a really nice design. On a side note, speaking of designs, you'd probably notice that this manga shares a similar art style to a very popular series. Can't remember the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's like fucking... Ah, right! Our Savior College. The author of Red Hood, Kawaguchi Yuki, was actually the assistant to Kohei Horikoshi, the guy that made Mine Champion High School. The story of Red Hood is actually pretty good, with characters that are actually pretty intriguing. Valo, for instance, while being a shonen protagonist and having a few tropes, is written in a way where he's attempted to deviate from the more natural tropes of shonen protagonists. While he can fight, he's much more of a planner than he is of a fighter. And I have to say this, it is really refreshing to read a protagonist that is more of a yapper than he is of a brawler. And don't get me wrong, I love my Yujis, I love my Bakis, I love my Narutos, and I love a very good fight if it's executed well. But there are moments where you want to be the bigger person in a terrible relationship and have a break. I'm not projecting, you are. Like other main characters, Velo is also someone who is relatable to the audience that is reading this manga through minor realistic reactions in certain situations, such as when realizing that he has to fight that thing. Yeah, no, he's not fighting that. But don't worry, Grim will save him. Well, thanks for watching the video. Don't worry, she survives. Velo's cunning matches well with Grim's straightforward and stoic approach. And remember that thing I talked about earlier? Well, I want to come back to that. I want to talk about her character specifically. Short answer, very intriguing. Long answer, her personality is extremely intriguing. Grim has this outlook on life and herself as morally gray. Something to be expected from a seasoned hunter like herself. But she goes even further, explaining that as a hunter, she isn't a hero. From the way she talks about her job being a hunter, she sees it more as just a profession, or that she is just an employee to the bigger goal of the Hunters Guild. Carpenters do woodworking for money. Tailors do clothes for money. Hunters, they just kill for money. In her own mind, she's not a hero. She's just doing what needs to be done to get paid for a bigger goal. Which begs the question, do you call yourself a hero through the actions you do or through the intentions? Because yeah, you can save a life, but if you're asking for money and that's the sole reason why you did it, then are you really a hero by societal standards? That or I'm just yapping. I'm probably yapping. I mean, I'm just saying, this burger-loving ankle biter is probably a very deep and intriguing character who maybe can wait. I just realized something. Tall woman, loves burgers, has blonde hair, blue eyes, and carries a lot of guns. Oh my god, she's American! I guess you can say after that intriguing generalization of her personality, she seems pretty grim. I command you to laugh. After defeating the werewolf, Grim convinces Velo to join the Hunters Guild due to his handling of the situation and his potential as a hunter. And then they went on epic adventures and met up with cool people like him, her, and him, and this manga is secretly a test from God, and I'm failing horribly. Now, I know what you're thinking. Leader, that's cool and all, but your thumbnail insinuates that this manga was cancelled. Would you mind explaining that? Shut the fuck up, I will explain it, just hold your horses. It is mostly speculation, but apparently this manga was cancelled due to low sales. However, the author still tried to finish the manga even though it was being axed, which is probably the reason why the manga feels so rushed when you read it. So realistically speaking, I cannot critique on the pacing too much because it's not in the author's fault. And I will be honest, the rushing sucks ass because there was a very good plot twist within the manga that happened so early, and it would have been so amazing if it happened during a later part of the chapters because the impact would be so different. This plot twist was so interesting that it makes you have an entirely new perspective on the manga itself and the world around the characters. And the clues of this plot twist was littered all over the manga. You just had to really pay attention to it. I'm not going to go into detail with the plot twist because I want you guys to enjoy the manga for yourselves. But I will say this. Pay attention to the dialogue before and after the plot twist. Additionally, I will also say, the gun is called Chekhov's gun. That is all. If you want to figure out more, Go figure it out yourself. I'm not your teacher. I'm just a guy on the internet who's inside your walls right now. Overall, the manga is short but sweet. It is slightly rushed due to the fact that money is the root of all evil, and without it, you can't do shit. I rate this manga a solid 7 Pinocchios out of 10 little pigs.